Okay, let me see. Double check everything is working. There we are. Voice mod's going good. Someone was on. Where are my notes? Here are my notes. All important notes. The game itself. And this time it's displaying. Excellent. Okay. Where were we? Let me see. All right. I believe next we have Miyako. That's a cute color. Isn't this... What school was it again? Which one? I think this is a Fate color, right? The Fate uniform. Interesting. Anyhow, I have a couple reservations here. One, I have a sneaky suspicion that Miyako is, in fact, gameplay-wise, my type. Yeah, look at that. Look at that dashing. So nice. Yep, GG, welcome. Yeah, I have a couple reservations. One, gameplay-wise, she seems like she would be my type. But I don't like playing lollies. It feels kind of gross. Holy shit, man. Look at that. Okay, so I can thrust in. Oh, wrong one. That's right. So that's a hard knockback. And I can get a mix-up of it for free. Look at that. Actually leave them guessing. Holy shit. That's a free mix-up. They wouldn't know what to block. Holy shit! Yeah, of course. Even her 623A is invincible. Oops. Nope. That one's not. That one's just a carry to the corner. Knocks them into the air. I can't jump out of that too. That kind of sucks actually. Let me try again. Yeah. The end lag on that is a little too severe. That's not what I want. Okay, so that's an invincible reversal that also deals chip damage. That's a regular reversal that's just plain invincible. That's a stomp. Wait. No, that's more of an anti-air, doesn't it? Because her stomp has a, if I recall correctly, her stomp has a huge hitbox over her. Especially that one. Yeah, that's just a free launch. If you get hit by that, you're just empty air. I know that's wrong direction. Nope, a little too slow. Yep, that works. Nope. No, a little slow again. That's just free. That's just free. It's so nice. Okay, so let's see. Aerial wise. Aerial wise, that's nothing special. Anti-air, aerial anti-air. I don't feel like this starts anything, does it? That does. That's a nice little poke. She has some aerial mobility that way. Like if I don't want to use the super jump, yeah, that's really far. Her super jump cancels into fireball motion with B. Nope. Yeah. Covers a lot of space. Wait, was that attack? Wait. That's a wrestling move. Hell yeah, elbow drop. Wait. Hell yes. Dude, we're going pro wrestling with this one. Aerial dash is okay. Aerial's nothing special, but her ground game is excellent. Wait. No. I'm trying to try again. No. Wrong buns. That's pretty nice on its own. No, screwed up. Screwed up. Little too slow. I jumped on that one. That's bad. That's not it. Let me see. Nope. That was jump on again. Keep pressing the wrong buttons. Let me try it again. No, I don't want to finish her. No, come on. No. My movement input's a little too slow compared to my attack inputs. So let me try again. No. No, a little too slow again. The timing is a little tight, so if I figure this out, it's going to need some practice. Yes! That just looks cool. We get the elbow drop. No. Screwed up. I messed up. A little too slow again. Oh my god! That's sick! Oh, that's pretty funny! Little girl just drops you with the L drop! Drops you from the top ropes! Wait. Shit, her throw combos! Wait. Let me try. Which one of her? Okay, so that's just a mix-up. That just launches very far. Right, what am I doing? That one. Let me see. No. No. Not quite right. Oh wait, no. I see what she did. Holy shit, man. The shit you can get off of a throw. And she has a really nice dash in too, so it's pretty easy to get the throw in. At least the theoretically should be. No. I used the jump on instead. That's off a throw! That's off a throw! Shit, she's fun. The little squirt is fun. Wait, can I do the stomp after it lands? No, can't. The landing lag is too severe to then combo into anti-air stomp. And by the time the stomp comes out, they're already taking away, which means they're slightly invincible. So I can't do anything too fancy, but the shit I can do is pretty freaking funny. That's a really nice lunge. Shit. I hate to admit it, but she feels pretty good. She has really high mix-up potential. She can literally just... Like, she has a way to... She can force you into the corner at any time with a 2-1-4 B. Let me see. Oh. That's strange. It's not connecting. Yeah, that's her fourth. Wait. Does this sound connect? It doesn't. Interesting. What's the property on this one then? Let me see. That's just skill bonus. That crosses over. Wait, no, that's the wrong one. Let me see. So that's a long lunge. If they fire a fireball, they miss. It's okay. Let me try distance. Okay, so. Okay, so that's the fireball motion. That's a straight punch. That's another straight punch. It doesn't look like there's much difference. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's strange. I wanted to see if like it can follow up on knockdown, but it doesn't. Then what's this for? I mean, sure, it's always good for a rushdown character to have a way to just like dash in, right? But is this armored? Maybe it's armored. Maybe that's it, because it's not going to tell you if it's armored yet, right? So let me see. Combo attack. Oh, here we are. Okay, so elbow strike, iron palm, zen smash. Battle step. What's the property here? What's forward AB while dashing? Oh wait, no. Oh, I see. Wait, that's invincible? So if I dash in on them and I see the throwing out attack, I can literally just press 2 buttons and get out of the way. That's impressive. That also mixes up further because, yeah, it gets behind them. Shit! Shit! That's interesting! That's interesting! So, blow back edge moves. Okay, so 2 and 4A. Okay. Oh! That's what I was missing. This is not the skill. 214A is not a skill. 214 hold A is armored. It lets you go in even if they're trying to play defensively and throwing stuff out. Yeah. Edge bonus, armor bonus, skill bonus. So if I want to finish with a charge to pin them into the corner, then I actually use the C variant to force, like, to use them as a circuit and deal the damage, right? You see? It'll finish the combo, but it's armored, so they can't do anything to reverse it. And it's pretty nice. Now, if I was expecting them to block a lot, for instance, and I can't get through, but I do want to deal some chip damage, I can go... Actually, no, not like that. That's low too. No, not like that. No. No, come on. There we go. I can force the issue to deal some extra damage, and if they happen to stop blocking at that moment, it's immediate punish. So she has a lot of free armor moves. Maybe it's a matter of range. Let me see. That goes about mid range. No, it's the same. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Okay. So it's a difference on charge. You don't want to do this raw. You do want to charge it to this one is a flash step closer. This one will hit them at about this point. No, wait. Let me see. Yeah, using the grid markers there. Yeah. So this one, if you think they'll stay close. Oops. And this one from here, if you think they're going to go far away. It's armored, so it will clash through projectiles and single hit attacks. That doesn't work. That doesn't charge. Okay, so that's interesting too. That's a really short range. Yeah, so at about this point, it's not going to hit her. Oops. But this will. And obviously this one's just huge. Let me see, does this one combo? Yes, it does. So if I'm on the grounded combo, Actually, wait. Interesting. No. Okay. So I can finish the combo with this super, knock them into the air, do a whole bunch of stuff, and then end with the people's elbow drop. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, my intuition is correct. She very much has the trickster kid that I've been looking for. Shit. I hate it when my subconscious is correct about shit like that. I don't want to play a little girl character, but she looks so fun! Alright, let me take a few notes on that. Shit, man. Man. Alright, that's enough. Return to character selection. I'm almost a little disappointed in myself. Oh well. Next is Noelle, who has a limited projectile. That has an explosion on the end of that one. Okay. That's a vacuum. Interesting. That's also a vacuum. And that's a corner carry rather than a vacuum. Interesting. So, like with a lot of characters, including Seo, she has a flash kick, but this one doesn't look very good. That's a very long delay at the start. I feel that that's a little dangerous. Like, that's a nice way to combo things in the air, right? Yeah, it forces in the air. That's interesting. If you combo it in as a launcher, it has some potential. But in order to have an invincible kick, you would actually need to expend resources. And that's not usually very safe. On the other hand, with the DP motion, you have this. A very nice long-range lunge. I wonder if it launches certain projectiles too. Either way, that's a very long range poke even without the actual like fireball itself. It doesn't seem like a very intuitive hit for me though. Okay, so that's another fireball. That's another way to just like spike them with a. If you see them doing anything, you can blow them up, literally. But she only has a limited number of projectiles too. Oops, wrong one. Okay, so just like flat out, her C button max range will drag people in. It looks like it hits low, but I'm pretty sure that's a mid hit as well. That's not overhead. That's not an ankle biter, rather. I'm pretty sure. This one looks like it hits high end though. That's gotta be annoying. And that's just a hard sweep. Oh, jeez, look at that. So at max range, Yeah, at max range, you tap your C button twice and drag them. No, not that. Yeah, max range, the C button will actually drag them in. So, killers that want to get away from her will find that the positioning is going to get a little screwy. I'm not loving her options though. And especially not loving the lack of reversal that doesn't require resources. Just a nice way to follow through on attack. What was that again? Oh, interesting. You can't jump out of that. No jump counts out of that move. At least she has a strong overhead. What else does she have? Black Key has... Oops. Really? Oh, so she can move while the Black Key's thrown. Which means that she has a free in, basically. A projectile acting as her shield. As long as she has projectiles. Let me restart. Yeah. So while the Black Key is out, she can still be moving. Let's see. Oh, I see. So she can link two of them together. I wouldn't recommend it though, because she only has 10 in the first place. So that's a free combo. Yeah, it's basically a free combo. I mean, it's a pretty damaging combo too, so if you go... That's strange. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Overall, go wait to finish your turn right, because it just piles on damage for free. If you can link heavy thrust into rampaging sister, then you're doing pretty well. Oh, somersaults. Yeah. That's the only invincible. I don't know, I'm not feeling it. She has decent range though, like all her buns have a good amount of range, which is advantageous against a lot of rappers, I guess. And because a lot of her buns also have some factory effect to them, it keeps her in the fight, right? That's not what I'm looking for. Let me see. What does she have in terms of air effects? Okay. So her aerial finisher is really only the aerial grab, which is not that impressive. It's not the worst, it's not the best. She does have plenty of reach and punishment and air. That's strange, doesn't connect very well. But I also feel like she's not making full advantage of her staff, right? You would think a spear would have like obnoxiously long range. But most of that, she's mostly kicking characters. She's mostly kicking her way to a fight. Or using like a very limited number of projectiles. I actually wonder what the design choice was here, because it doesn't feel as if her projectile game is any better than Seal's, despite like the limited ammunition. Like, even her gap closer is just mostly using it as the pull as a way to leap in. You would think like a forward C would use the spear itself more. And when she does use her spear, like, this is a relatively short range poke, right? Like, a short jab, a kick, and then a long sweep. But the long sweep itself is from bottom up, so its actual distance is relatively limited. It's not any better than any of the other aerial Cs I've seen so far. That's unusual. That's definitely a design choice. Like, she would actually have to crouch down before she starts using a lot of her spear moves. Not that this is necessarily a bad one. I think this one actually has some anti-air probably, because the first one I'm pretty sure is high. Not really feeling it. I'm making a lot of assumptions without actually having played her, but there's no sauce in that kit. No real sauce. Let me see, what's next? Roa. Testing, yeah, everything's working well. Okay. That hits low, doesn't it? That's obnoxious. That's a low poke. Is that mid? Is that also low, or is that mid? That's almost definitely mid. Is that high? Is that an overhit button? I mean, that's nice sliding at least. Okay. Interesting. Wait. Does not connect. That's definitely overhead. It's not only that, but it has a secondary effect. Not sure what it is though. That's a really fast fireball. That's a medium range poke as well. That's just annoying. Oh, interesting. So let me see. Wait. Okay. So that's the so Michael wants you in the air so he can hit you with an aerial attack, preferably the finisher. Yeah. It's not a whole lot of damage, but it's a way to lock him up. That's the DP. He has invincible. So worst comes to worst, he has an invincible that carries him really, really far. It deals a decent amount of damage. Throws him right back to the ground though, so there's no aerial follow-up to that. He has no 2-2 motion. Oops. Wait, how did I do that? Oh, okay, so I forgot. All this time I was instinctively doing a fireball backwards because that's the moment I saw that I figured, oh, that's a fireball motion. But in fact, this is actually the roundhouse kick motion. Roundhouse kick motion if we're going by Street Fighter standards, and this is the actual fireball motion. Interesting. Why does it cancel? Oh well, I guess sometimes you want to cancel. Okay. And that's a grounded finisher. That's not it. It's not the worst. This has mix-up potential, but I feel like it's really readable. And if you block it, that's just it. Okay, so you can charge this for extra damage. You can't charge that. You can't charge that. That cancels it instead. So I feel like use this. Would you use it to fake it out? And why would you? Thunderclap, Rising Thunder, Thunder Needle, Timeless Thunder Needle. Oh, I see. So the Thunder Needle combos. So he has a pretty decent mid-range fireball game. Brilliant Demon Strike. He has a bunch of things that conditionally combo into each other, which is interesting enough, but... He has some stuff in here. It's not liking, I'm not necessarily liking how they connect to each other. No, that's not well. His leg sweeps. Yeah. Okay, there's actually some juice here. Because of the way his legs carry up. Oh, that's not it. It's not a jump cancel. It's actually an air dash cancel. Yeah. So if you get him with a low, if he gets you with a low, it's actually going to be pretty painful. Yeah. If he gets you with an overhead, it's also aerial. It's also another air dash combo. If he gets you with a mid, it's just whatever. So Michael's definitely has some. Okay, yeah, he's definitely aerial. He's definitely aerial fighter, given the sheer range of his air dash over there. His dash speed, I don't think it's anything special, although he does get in. Okay. He has some juice. He has some juice indeed. Interesting. That is not combo. Nope. Nope. So unfortunately his combos don't do anything. And sorry, not his combos. His throws don't combo into anything. That's what I'm saying, trying to say. He has to go into forcing the corner. This is actually wall bounces? Nice. Not the worst. It's not the worst. He has a pretty nice. He has a pretty long range poke as well on the air. It feels like he's supposed to be an air character. That one feels like it mixes up. Yeah, since you're dropping right on top of it, it's a little. It looks. No, it doesn't mix up actually. Never mind. It only hits from the. It only hits from the front. Yeah, never mind. Interesting. I don't get the feeling that he fits naturally in my hand, and there's no like, there's no like explosively like obvious moment that this character is a lot of fun to play. Like just having an elbow drop, for instance, just to visually make things distinctive. But I wouldn't say that Michael's a bad character. At least he seems as if he would be interesting to play. But he doesn't blow me away. Let's see what Vlog's business is about. Holy shit, look at that. Look at that range. What the hell? That's a hell of a lot of poke. That's even longer. What the hell? Look at that fireball. Forward fireball, anti-air. Do both at once. Like this is basically a combo finisher for melee range. And then it explodes? Okay, he does have a DP motion. He does have a grounded fireball. And this is basically the same one, just to have the same attack while also like making sure you don't have like damage proration. The supercharged version I don't see any charge attacks, unfortunately. So he doesn't have any, well, maybe he does. Let me see. No charge attacks. That's not a charge either. Although that does. Holy shit, hold on. Okay, so if I'm blocking all their fireballs and like leave a room and they try to back up and try to do something, I can follow through with this. He just teleports into their face. And you can do a charge overhead as well. Okay. I see. Okay, this is the ice sense after he loses round. Oh, the fireball's even better. It feels like his post-loss round effectiveness is even higher. Like that shit hits twice. Interesting. So that's pretty dangerous. That is pretty dangerous. If you beat Love, he gets stronger. What was that snow command I just saw? Luria Tiger. Okay, so that's just a free combo there. Oh, I see. Interesting, that's a vacuum. He gets free knockups. That seems like a really far backdash. Holy shit, look at that. The forward dash is pretty slow though. Air dash is nothing special, but yeah, the strong backdash plays into the fact that he's basically he's a keep away character. Interesting. So rather than the 2-3-C to lock up, anything following up a double jab here will automatically turn into a knockup. Yeah, even the auto combo of AAA. And of course, air grab to finish. No, wrong buttons. There we go. Interesting. Very interesting. I wonder though. Okay. So I can choose air route, or I can do that and just block her huge way back. So basically, he can launch from below freely with 2 jabs, or just overhead damage. Interesting. Press the wrong buttons, I think. Nope. Kind of. I don't like that one. Okay, so interesting. So if I initiate with the slash special, which is pretty freaking fast, I can combo into the double jab, launch, and then carry on from there with air. So he has a log combo extension, just like built into his skip. And very easy way to just get in there, right? Is that holding my head though? Looks like it. Oh, interesting. So what we want to do is do a charge in. There we go. Yeah, the charge in to get the wall bounce. Then you can hit them with C instead. And C will connect because C is long enough. Interesting. What else am I missing? Interesting. Okay, so Birria Tiger additional input into back additional input. Let me try that. Oh, that's launch up. Right. I see. That's just optimization, basically. And besides, they have a full combo in mind using the additional input off of Birria Tiger to launch them up mid-range. You can, I think, you can air dash into that one, but I'm not completely sure. But I do know that it will combo into the double tap to knock them straight up. Low back edge. That's strange. It says A. That's strange. Oh, I see. I see. So first one is the first one cannot be charged, but the second wave ice balls can not balls, icicles can be in fact be charged for additional damage. Like you can't combo into them like you would with a simple double tap, but if you expect it to be charging anyhow, sorry, not charging. If you expect it to be blocking, you know, they go up in the air, you can force chip damage that way from a long distance too. That's very interesting. That's also particularly annoying. Let's see. Charge lunge. Yeah, he gets a charge overhit on that. And that's just powerful. Okay. Vav is the key point character of the game. Let's see if it's throw combos. It does not. I see why people like Vav. I see why people play him. A good Vav should be incredibly hard to get into. And the moment that you expose any weaknesses to him, he has multiple ways of punishing a whiff, or just like getting into your face the moment you think that you're safe from him as well. Like if you do a simple fireball, yeah, that's not a true combo. But it shows you like what the possibilities are with the character, right? Like the moment they think they've recovered, you just hit them like that as they recover. That also doesn't like. That's not also not a true combo, but like getting in on that. Once you like, if you've jumped that, if you haven't blocked that, but you've jumped it to get out of the way, you can still lunge forward and punish you that way. Just punish you for being in the air. With like a hair poke that also drags him closer to you, so he stays within effective threat range. But not that that's really a problem, given that his poke is infinite range. If I wanted to play a projectile character primarily, and force them to block a lot and have a hard time getting in, I feel like I would play Vlof before I would play Michael. Michael has some sauce to him, but Vlof looks like he hits significantly harder, and the fact that you can get multiple ways to, you can either use like mid-range attacks to force the aerial combo, or you can just do the regular low knockup. Means that it's really easy for him to extend the combos once he actually does that hit on you. It just looked like how big these sweeps are. Yeah, Seal's just like the first pick on the CPU side, and she's immortal, so she can take it. All right, next is Red Arc. All right, let me see. That's a really slow normal, feels. It's not that slow. It's just the animation is a little tricky. Because it looks like, from the animation, it looks like she's like clawing all the way back from her shoulder to hit you, right? But I don't think it's actually any slower for Jack than anybody else's. That, however, has some rings to it. She lunges forward to hit you on the in the mid. Shit, this has some rings to it. I think this is longer than Noah's spear. That's a free knockup. Yeah. This is also free knockup. This one lingers for a little bit. Like, that's a little dangerous, actually. The fact that it lingers like that. That's the aerial fireball. It's a grounded fireball as well. It does not have any follow-up buttons. Oh, dude. The dash speed is really good. She can't dash out of that though. So the poke is nice, but the poke doesn't do anything on its own. And what's worse is that when she does it in the air, she actually goes back a little bit. So I can't use the fireball to like close in on them and force them force them to a disadvantageous position. They just take the poke. And what's a poke? You just block it. That's the DP motion. This one puts her in the front. This one puts her behind. And this one's a command grab. Only aerial ability is the fireball to poke from above. It also drags a little back a little bit. That one doesn't seem like it does anything. This is not invincible. But it does keep them guessing, right? Oh, we're not getting it now. There we go. What's happening to my buttons? That's not the input I'm going for. See that? Oh, that's why. I let it go with the bottom button a little too soon. That's the only invincible reversal she has, which is basically a command grab. I mean, it's nice to have a command grab. Command grab's always nice, but I don't see any like armored moves. That's also invincible. Okay, her armored move is basically a knuckle duster. You press and hold B and charge it out. As well as okay, so this is armored as well. I want you to know if this is the overhead, because if this is a charged overhead followed by a charged medium, that can get kind of hard to stop. And these are pretty nice basic buttons if that's the case. That's not much. Yeah, you just basically finished it with the throw. That's not the worst, but it's not very... I don't know. It doesn't feel very inspiring so far. She has a decent poke game, but there are better projectile killers. Like, why would you use this over Lost Kick, right? Unless like you really need the part of reversals. Oh, interesting. Okay. So her charge reversal. Sorry, her charge DP attack has her flip into the air. But that would be longer. Interesting. And she can lead it to attack from there. Yeah, that's not too bad actually. So this basically becomes either an instant gut punch oh, that's not it. Yeah, a medium range one and a long range one over here. There's no such change, however, to the well, there shouldn't be ever any change to the C move, the C version. So yeah, she does have some mix-ups, but it's a high-low mix-up, right? She can either, like, when you do this, that's it. if we do this multiple times, they think that you're going to try to get like, it's just a gap closer, right? But this, on the other hand, pops you up, allows you to do a crossover attack. It's a mix and helps with the mix-up. You get a high-low mix-up, and if you're at medium range and use the B button instead, charged B, you can get that from behind. So either you fake them out, you're still in front, they're blocking back. Oh, you end up directly behind them. Oh, that takes you a long distance, Jesus. That's not great. That's a little awkward, actually. It takes you too far. I was expecting her to land behind. But this distance, you would need to use your C button to actually land an attack. And, like, it will miss. So this is better as a really far away option instead. If you're going to be that far away, you want to deal something, I wonder if it's not actually just worth it to spin the magic circuit. Decent air dash game. Nothing special. So there's no charge on fireballs. Well, there's no charge on DPs. And you only get the fireball out. You also by holding forward C, not holding but pressing forward C, you also get a nice Wolverine X stat. But it's not chargeable. That's interesting. I'm not sure how I would link that to anything, but it's interesting. Oh, that's how. So, if by way of your combo they're going a little far from you horizontally, you can use that to combo. It extends the combo a little bit and also brings you to the other side in most distances. Yeah, that seems to be universally true. Like, you have to pass them. Okay, so you can in fact get it to stay in front of you, but it's a pretty precise landing point. Like, you're right in front of them. That's an odd build. Because, like, with Love and Maiko, there are usually some combos to their range attacks that basically makes it so that you can pound on the damage by punishing them for getting hit. You can't really do that with Red Arc, but I don't think her damage is necessarily lacking. It's just that a lot of her kit depends on you like trying to get close. Let me see. I wouldn't necessarily call her all that interesting though. Alright. Final one. I'm pretty sure I don't want to play mage already, so that crosses off 3 options on the list. just because I'm very much not a setup player, right? Oops. So Saber has a very easy. It's not even an auto combo. It's the finisher to her auto combos. With an overhead. It can finish with an overhead. Okay, so very nice, very nice. So the whole thing with Saber here is that you can finish any of her combos into an auto combo. And if they happen to be blocking that entire chain, they have to pay very close attention to make sure they don't get thwacked with the overhead at the end of it. Oops. That's pretty nice. I won't lie. There's also this where she can dodge and attack and automatically counter. So this is sort of an auto attack, like a built-in auto attack, where it's not like you get hit with it, but if you get grazed, no, not grazed. If you're making it just barely whiff, it automatically punishes them for you. That's not the worst either. Okay, so down A does nothing, down B does nothing. It's just a regular jab. A really long range jab, but a regular jab. But let me see. Oh, that's all I'm at. That's a regular 5-hit. No. Okay, so that does combo. You can link her combos into down C for big old knockup. And she has a dive kick. That's a straightforward one. Okay, that's interesting. Her specials combo into her specials. The down B is a no, sorry. Down 2-2C is a universal finisher. Wait. No. Nah, that's not true. That misses. That hits. So 2 specials alone. Landing the special dive kick. I don't know. Time is a little tight. And you get 3,500 off of 2 specials. I mean, that's not recommended because you're using 2 magic circuits just to do that. But 2 inputs for 3,500 is not bad. You can always do that as well. Let me see. Time's a little tight. No, that's not it. Nope. Nope. No, it's not great. Hold on, I gotta use the restroom. Give me a second. Okay, there we go. Alright, where was I? Right. The whole thing with Saber. Walk speed's a little slow. Actually, no. Let's not do that. She also needs Meter to do an invincible reversal, unfortunately. So unfortunately, her DP is mostly just a combo extension. So it pops her up well enough. It's a pity that it needs to be that to be a reversal, a true reversal. So she can backdash and return to neutral if it doesn't feel like I can land the attack on her. That's nice. That's also true with this one. That's not so true. That. Yeah, that's the only 2-2 special. The hitbox on this one doesn't necessarily match the graphics, does it? It feels like it should hit her. Yeah, you saw how it overlap over there? Interesting. Well, this is the start right now. Yeah, okay. General movements or whatever. It's okay. I do like the general range of her attacks though. Like, that's a huge sweep. So I guess my overall notes here would be... Not joking, dive kick. Does that combo to use it properly? No, it doesn't. Okay, so this dive kick is if you want to drive into the corner. And this one just if you want to stay in front of them. Yeah, that's just a finisher. That is an aerial finisher if you have the resources to use it. If not, it's not any more advantageous than using the B version. So specials links into specials with her. Let me see how many though. Let me see. Nope. Saber feels like if you just want to press buttons and you don't want to learn anything too complicated or tricky or situational, she's honestly not bad. She doesn't have a strong projectile game, but she has one of the few true dive kicks. And the dive kicks, depending on which one you press, can keep you in a pretty advantageous state. It also helps that she has a very, very strong universal finisher with 2-2-C. And her special auto combos can choose either mid or high, right? You can't go low, unfortunately, but that's fine. And the most important thing is that against another melee character, like against somebody that also wants to go in, her basic buttons have huge range. Just ridiculous range. Holy shit, I've been streaming for an hour and 40 minutes. That took a lot of time. Alright. I don't want the maids. I don't want Shiki. The Shiki's kind of boring. Let's be honest. Koba doesn't feel like he lets me play Melty Blood, which involves a lot of air game. He's dangerous after you know how to play against him, but I don't feel like he's the one for me. Noelle, if I'm being honest, is also kind of boring. Seal is very, very non-intuitive. Roa doesn't feel good either. And I like regular arc over red arc. I don't want to play Keep Away. I don't like playing the projectile game. Like some people may have the patience for that, I don't. I want to be in there beating their ass up. Akia feels like she'd be fun to learn in the long term. Saber feels like she's a pretty good character just to pick up and play. She feels like the most entry level of the whole cast so far. But I hate to say it, I have the most fun just like pressing buttons on Miyako. Like she has a ton of mix-up options. She has a ton of ignorant, like armored charge attacks just to get in there and ignore anything else, like whatever everybody else is doing. If they throw an attack, she's already punching them in the face. If I take incidental damage for that, it doesn't matter. I have explosive damage, and I have an elbow drop off of air combos. What the hell? So I'm gonna try Miyako first. I'm gonna try learning Miyako properly. I'm gonna see if my understanding of, especially of her invincible dash through, when she cartwheels and ignores everything else that's going on and just gets in there. Shit, man, that sounds like even Bluff would have a hard time dealing with that. Like, what are you gonna do if a little girl just ignores all the fireballs you toss at her? You don't do much. Akia's setups feel like they're a lot more fun in the mage too, but like you need like full control of the battlefield. You actually know what the hell you're doing in order to like maximize her potential. And let me try regular arc again, like vanilla arc. Okay, so it's a follow-up. That's a triple follow-up. Arrowfish will jump 2-2C? Oh, I see. My button's sticky? Oh. No, that is what I'm looking for. That's weird. Yeah, that's a true combo. That's invincible. That's not. That is invincible as well. So she has a immediate reversal and a regular reversal. That's a straightforward punch. That's a double punch. And that's just a finisher. That's a basic rushdown combo. Her DP motion is basically just a multi-attack. So I can go. Okay, so you can combo from the DP to 2-2, the DP motion 623 to 22x, 623x to 22x. Yeah, it's a free air combo for that as well. You press the wrong buttons. That's fine, that's fine. I can figure it out later. The main thing is that arc, not like regular miniskirt arc, not only has a decent amount of damage. She's really straightforward, and all her buttons have continuations, so you can literally just mash. She's pretty newbie friendly. Like, if you want to mash, you will be rewarded for it. If you're on the wrong side of the screen, or facing the wrong side of the screen, you can knock her all the way to the wall with a wall splat with 214 B. And the finisher just puts you right in front of her. So that's fine. Wait a minute. Is that Link? No, it just keeps you in front of her. So once a huge knockback, the other keeps, like, if you're already in front, you don't want to necessarily have the knockback, right? Let me see. Wrong button. Whoops. Come against the wall. Understood. Nope. Her kick carries her forward, so you can, if you're blocking low, you can still poke him to gain some ground advantage because it should theoretically force him back. Right? Let me check. Yeah, you slowly advance. This one's a hard link. Art's got some sauces. She's pretty easy to figure out. She's pretty mash friendly. Just to get like extra damage out of her combos. She encourages it even. Akira is the most technical one to learn. Miyako's just pure rush down, pure armor all the time. There's the armor version that drags people in. That's really nice. So at mid-screen, you can force them to stay in. This one's a thing for that one. This one also goes forward a little bit, so this one's static. She stays exactly where she is. This one you can force him to back off a little bit. The last one just finish her. This is the same as a red arc in that it's just a really powerful thrust. Deals 2,000 damage on zone. I assume the chip damage for this is also pretty good. He has an overhead. That's not armor. So she's not quite as ignorant as Miyako in that she can just punch through her way through attacks. But this is very good aerial poke. Nice way to launch things. Good anti-air. So this one does 2 damage. This one, the charged version, pins them in. This one cannot be charged. This one's also not chargeable. The way that the screen shakes as she's throwing that makes it feel extremely powerful. That's a simple overhead. And the fact that it deals so much damage on its own as well is kind of scary. Am I missing anything about her? Command list. Out of my way. Okay, so let me see. That feels like an overhead. That's a regular one. Yeah, that does feel like an overhead version. So kind of like Sabers. Submerge, I assume. What are you doing? Ready, go. Shove it and fly. Shove and disappear. And shove, disappear, EX. Interesting. Wait, no, it was air dash, wasn't it? Oh, that's how. It's a huge air spike. Yeah, that's just for extra damage. I don't think it's that. Kind of don't think it's also any good. Unless I'm missing something about it. Down while throwing. Oh. So if I don't want to like just throw them far away, like into a corner, if I actually just want to keep it grounded. Wait. Is this combo anything? Nope. I don't know. It doesn't feel like throwing down necessarily does anything interesting. I might be missing the point of that one. I'll have to look it up. air down B. Well, this makes sense. It's nice to have dive kick though. Let me see. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe if I do. No. That's not interesting whatsoever. That's an instant overhead. So that's the thing about it. Go back edge moves, unique moves, back C. Oh, interesting. So back C is yeah, interesting. Interesting. Back C is a free mid launch. So she has multiple ways to launch into the air. That's interesting. And it goes long too. Look at that. That's interesting. Wait, I know what to do. Yeah. Yeah. There's some juice to this. There are some interesting setups possible with RQ. The fact that she can get a launcher from both low and high, it's pretty good. That's not what I'm looking for. There we go. 14 hits. Decent amount of damage. Good way to finish things. Little light on damage. I guess this only really useful as a oops, not one before. Has an instant overhead, basically. That's strange. I can get it. There you go. Oh, probably because I pressed it forward on. Yeah, it's a basically go. She has good ways to open them up, and then she has good ways to launch them into the air. Ours definitely has some RC, like miniskirt RC definitely has some movement potential there. No, not movement potential. Offensive potential. And of course, the free reversal is always appreciated, just fundamentally. That's an overhead. Man, whatever. Oh, I done a lot. I think I started with Miyako. Whew. 2 hours of streaming. Alright. Definitely feels like Miyako is the character for me to start out. She's just a lot of fun. She has a lot of inherent mix-ups. I like the fact that she has not only a traditional reversal, but an invincibility move to dash through things. Which means that the pressure she can bring to a fight can get overwhelming really, really easily. And let's see what else. The one I feel like Saber is going to be inherently easy character to pick up. She has some decent high-low mix-ups. The fact that all her combos end with explosive finish means that the amount of work she needs to actually put into finishing a fight is relatively little compared to everybody else. Like, you can do 2 moves, just 2 moves, to get 3,500 damage off of her. And given that 4,000 is considered pretty good off a long combo chain, I would say that's a pretty promising result. I'm pretty sure I can easily reach 4K plus with Saber on a single combo. But because she is so simple, she's also really straightforward. She doesn't have a lot of tricks to like confuse people, put them under extra pressure. There's always shield clashes, of course. That's the fun part of Melty Bloody Type Lumina. But not quite as sexy. Pretty easy though. I feel like I can get some fairly cheap wins off of her just because of how explosive she is. Akia, I feel like I should learn just to have a highly technical character to train my fingers with, basically. Force myself to learn the more complicated stuff, in order to come away with an even stronger overall game plan. And Arsu is probably the one I'm going to try after Miyako. She is a bit of a... If I feel like I just want to mash my way through a fight, I feel like she's not necessarily the worst to pick up. A lot of her stuff links into each other. She has some tools to force people into the corner pretty easily and just like a really fast jump castle overhead is a very, very dangerous tool in the right hands. I'm not even sure if that's an overhead. I'm pretty sure that dive kick counts as an overhead because you're going to be in the air when it connects, right? So that counts. That counts, I think. I'll have to test it out later. But having that in my arsenal for defensive players, and also as a way to cheaply like bypass low shields. That sounds pretty good to me. But I ultimately think that the fact that I can do a massive aerial stomp and to drop the people's elbow onto my opponents is the deciding factor. I am definitely going to start with Miyako, unfortunately. I say unfortunately because I don't really want to play Wally character. But she's fun. Design-wise, she's fun. She's fast, she's furious, and she can dodge bullets. Yeah. Let's start with Miyako. Alright, tomorrow, however, we'll be back on Guilty Gear. And then since it is spooky season, I'll be playing some Yume Nikki on Friday. This will be the actually no. I'll be playing a little Yume Nikki on Friday because it's spooky season. But the main thing I want to do is go over the Guilty Gear patch notes as soon as I can. We are definitely covering that as soon as possible. Saturday I have some obligations, and then finally on Sunday is my collab with Skyen again. We'll be going over Deltarune, which I played last month, and that will always, as always, be fun. For now, however, that'll be it. GG, especially thank you for watching me figure out the last of the roster and isolate the characters I actually want to put my effort into. And I will see you all next time. As always, my friends, eat well.